another thing that Michael Todd spoke about in the book was, what was that word? Spiritual.
I forgot. Don't ask me. I ain't read
soul
ties.
book,
so I don't
soul ties.
That's not taught in the Haitian church. How are we supposed to know about soul ties?
It's taught, but like it's brushed. It's like soul tie. What?
Yeah.
Wait. Hello. What is it? You know what soul ties is, right, Brother Kenvy?
Why don't?
Brother Kenvy do know what soul ties is. Get in the mic. Get in the mic, Schneider. You so mean. They be so mean to Brother Kenvy.
Good.
See, I didn't learn about soul ties till I was in college.
Schneider want to be mean. Good, Schneider.
2 years ago.
But she was a youth in the church.
Yeah, we're just learning about these. So I was in college when I learned about soul ties. That's not fair.
You're still young.
I'm over here looking at people 16 and pregnant, and I'm like, okay. I'm not really learning about soul ties. You get what I'm saying? They said don't have sex before marriage. Okay, why? It's in the Bible. Okay,
why?
Show me why.
Why? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I had to learn that when I got married, and I was like, I wish I knew this before I got married. I literally, I wish when I was my 15, 16 years old self, I wish someone actually taught me about this, because God made it to be where it should be just with the husband and wife. And it makes sense now that I'm married. Dang, now I see why I got to be with husband and wife, because it's something intimate that needs to stay home. It needs to stay in your home, not in those soul ties.
That's true. Because a lot of people, I've had friends. I have friends who aren't in the church, and I be trying to read this book, like relationship goals or damaged goods or something like that. Like I'm like, oh, read these, do this and that. But it's like they're looking at me like, so you're telling me you're in this relationship and y'all okay with like not doing anything? You be like, yeah. Oh, why? Do this and that. But first of all, this is what you're not understanding. You could sleep with somebody today. You could sleep with somebody tomorrow. The next day you don't feel good. It's because that person's spirit is in you. And you don't know why you're not feeling good, but you don't know what you don't know what that person was dealing with. So that's a soul tie. Because now you don't feel good. You depressed. You this, you that. You just like, why am I feeling like this? It's because that man you slept with had the same spirit in him, and that spirit is in you. That's a soul tie.
Transfer.
You get what I'm saying?
It's transferred.
It's transferred. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't teach us that. So now,
here's what being taught to us, in terms of like, if we look at it in terms of I don't even want to say health wise.
What do I know?
You know how they
I'm
talk
gonna read it. Go ahead.
When it comes down to intercourse, like STDs, avoiding getting sick, stuff like
HIV.
that. HIV,
they
you
taught
gotta
AIDS.
preserve. Yeah, they taught you about that.
Syphilis.
Syphilis and all of that.
We know.
But
okay.
but soul tie, just like you said, it's something that doesn't talk.
It's not taught about. Sex ed didn't teach me that in middle school and high school.
Yeah.
They taught sex ed taught us pictures of how to be protected.
But they will never talk about that because at this part, it's a spiritual thing.
It's a spiritual thing, yes.
Yeah, it's not a health thing. It's not a CDC thing.
So it's crazy because we don't teach on a lot of things, and they all have to do with something. They all have to do with one thing, and that's that set marriage life. Like you don't learn about marriage sometimes in church, and if you do, the only thing that you learn about in marriage, what a lot of pastors do, look at my beautiful wife, stand up wife. Like, okay, how many times you gonna do that? I see your wife. I'm so serious. So that's what they do. Stand up wife. Show me, madam. But what happened really when before y'all got here? Let's talk about that.
That part.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about your wife. At this point, how many times you gonna let your wife stand up?
How many relationships? How many people you dated before you met her?
Before you met her. How was it hard? Was it really hard to date her? What y'all got into it? It's just one of those things like, what does marriage really look like? What does soul ties like? Does your soul tie really affect your marriage? We don't talk about that. And I think all those things leads to one thing, and it's like relationships.
Yeah.